welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, theREALNae. This video is gonna be about a story time. So let me tell y'all, this lady tried to come for me. Like, she really tried it. Like, first off, I just want to share this story because today one of my friends, I was teaching her how to drive and she passed her test. So shout outs to you, homegirl, because it's about time, okay? So her was talking about it because she went to the same DMV I went to. I'm like, girl, I hope you get that guy that's cool, because if you do, you just might end up passing. And she's like, what's that supposed to mean? There was this lady that she is known at that DMV for like failing people, and she's rude and snotty, and it was just disgusting. Like, me and her having that conversation triggered me to think about the time when I was trying to pass my test. If you guys want to know more about that, my driver's license experience, stay tuned. You know, I was nervous. I felt like I had the bubble guts. Like, I was about to, like, I was like, I can't do it. But my friend was like, you have to. It's here. This is the day. We've been practicing for 4 months, girl. You got to get it. You got to do it. I was so nervous. But then, like, I was literally driving and stuff. Like, I was good. So I'm like, I know how to drive. Like, I know what I'm doing. So, like, I don't need to be that nervous, right? Trying to do that. I'm trying to pass on the first time so I don't have to come back here. I freaking hate the DMV. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know any place that's as bad as the DMV, because waiting at the DMV is brutal. Like, it's just bad. All my emotions was all over the place. And then it was time for me to go after waiting like 3 hours, right? So I get this lady, and she's like, so the lady that was helping me, she was like, girl, good luck. And I'm just like, why you saying it like that? Like, I'm like, she ain't saying like I wasn't gonna pass. She was saying it like, you about to go on an adventure because of the person that they assigned me with. So I'm just like, I got this. I started fake feeling confident, but I was still like, no. Like, her vibe was just like, ugh. They had like the resting face, So I was just like, okay, because she already like irritated me. I'm not going to let this lady mess up me, because I need to pass this test on the first time. That's all I was worried about. So I go to the back of the DMV where you got to go into the car, and she was standing outside the car, like right there in front of it. She was like, turn the car on. And so I turned the car on. And then she was like, put your emergency lights. So I put my emergency light. She was just telling me what to do. Like, do the arm signal, up and down, stop, whatever. Left, right, turn, and stop. So I did it. Good. She wanted me to see if the windshield was working. All right, the car was perfect, okay? So everything with the basic of the car, it was good. So then she gets in the car, and she's like, she gonna look in the back of the car, like, and go, like, what? Like, what you for? Like, so she looked like, oh, you couldn't clean your car? And it was only the back, and it's not even my car. So I'm like, what? Like, excuse me? And I was like, never mind. And I was like, oh, okay. And then, so she was like, turn your car on. And so I turned the car on. And then she was like, okay, we're about to start driving. So just follow my directions. And if you do it, you'll pass. I'm like, how's your day going? Like, trying to spark up a little conversation, trying to get a good vibe. I'm just as nervous as you are. Like, you're a whole stranger. I don't know you, and vice versa. So we both nervous about each other, and then like you making me worse because you know how to drive, and you is the person that gets to tell me pass or fail. So, and this lady, she said, okay, go straight up. I did it. She said, go in the next lane. I did it, because we was heading towards our residential area. The test was like less than 10 minutes. We headed towards a residential area, their regular route or whatever. And she's like, okay, so we're gonna do parking. And that's when I was nervous, because like I always felt like I needed to like improve with parking because I wasn't good at it, and especially parallel parking. That was like nerve-wracking. I was like, oh my god, this is about to like make me or break me. So I was like, just play it cool. I'm like prep talking myself while I'm doing the test, while she's sitting there like like, all right, cool. So she's like, drive up to that car and parallel park. I'm like, what? Because I heard her, but like she was talking with a lot of like attitude. So I was seeing if she was gonna say it nice the second time. She said it the same way, and I'm just like, ugh, like this lady, like she's so rude. So I'm like, all right, whatever, bet. So I did it, and the first time I didn't even do you gotta like put your hand behind, and you gotta look in the mirrors, look at all your mirrors, and you gotta back up. I didn't do none of that because I was so irritated. Like, so I was like, oh my gosh, she might mark me down. So she was like, okay, we're going to try this one more time. Go back out and parallel park. And I was like, oh shit, all right. No, I have to get it together. I got to get it together. Focus, Shanae, focus. So I went out. I said, all right, girl, you got this. You got this. So I literally did everything I was supposed to do. Like, I backed up. I went slow, like maybe like 5 mph, I guess. And I looked in all the mirrors, and I looked at her. I was like, ugh. And I was still backing up, and I did it. And she was like, okay, good. That was much better. And I'm just like smiling like this. I didn't want her like trying to fail me. That pretty much was it. So then we started heading back towards the DMV. Now the DMV is somewhere in Long Beach. I don't know that area. So she was guiding me, but she was talking low, and somebody was playing music very loud, so I could not hear her. Like, and she was like, can you hear me? And I was like, miss, I did not hear you. Like, I literally looked at her like, I did not hear you, sorry. Like, and I said it just like that. And she was like, well, I told you to go in the next lane. I was like, yo, I gotta get back at this lady. Like, I was like, no, I gotta do something. So I was driving, and we came to a red light. So I looked on the paper because she was taking notes, obviously jotting down whatever. This is my revenge, okay? So I was driving, and then I saw the DMV. So I was like, all right, I'm close by. That means, you know, she didn't tell me to stop. We didn't have no, like she didn't indicate that I fell. So I said, you know what? I went, and at the DMV, like, it changes fast. So I was driving at a good speed, but I wanted to, like, do something so that, you know, like, just to get back at her. And she was nervous, just as, like I said, just like I was nervous. So what I did was, it was a car that was in front of me, and yellow light came. I could have went, so I stopped, and I hit the brakes at a yellow light. And she jerked. Her body went like, whoa. And she was like, oh my gosh. Like, she was just acting so like I almost killed her. She just started writing, and I was just like, I hope she don't fail me. She was like, and then the light turned green. She was like, go park over there. Now, I didn't know that was the you passed the driver's test, so you parked there. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like, and the space was tight, and I'm in a truck, so I'm like, now I gotta finesse this, which I did. So I was like, swerve, and then I parked perfectly. And she was like, and we stopped. She was like, turn the engine off, and you know, she said, put it in park and turn the engine off. And I did everything she said. And then I stopped, and I looked at her, and I wanted to laugh so loud because she was so pressed. Like, her face, if looks could kill, oh man, I would have been dead. Because, like, she was so bad. I was like, well, I guess that makes two of us, because you pissed me off from jump, and I had to do something. Like, I couldn't just keep letting her talk her BS. Like, I had to get back at her. So I looked, and she marked me down for that. And she was like, next time we get to a yellow light, if you can go, go. If you don't come to a red light, you are able to go. Just like telling me what I did wrong, which I know what I did, you know. Like, and by the way, you did pass. So then my whole attitude changed. So I was like, okay, thank you. Like, you know, I was like, you have a great day, okay? And she was like, and she left. She didn't even say bye. She slammed the door. I was like, you know what? I passed. So she gave me the paper, and then my friend came, and he was like, He was so serious because he's a serious person. He's just like, I was like, I failed because I was just about to trick him. Like, yo, she failed me because I hit on the brakes and made her jerk. And he was like, what the? Why would you do that? I was like, she was popping a lot of smack. She was talking too much. Like, and he was like, so you did that because she was talking too much? You failed because she was talking too much? He was going crazy. And I was like, I'm just kidding. And I passed. Woo! So I passed on my first try. But before she got out the car, she was like, you know you could have failed, right? And I was just like, excuse me? And she was like, this time you got lucky, but next time you better not ever do that again. And I was just like, this lady, like, ugh. So once she gave me that paper and notified me that I passed, I was like, hey, I was all excited, ready to do the happy dance. And so I went up to the lady and I was like, here, girl. The lady that told me good luck, I was like, here. She was like, congrats. How was it? I was like, I see why you told me good luck like that, you know? Like, you could have told me, but it's okay. Like, you know? And she was like, well, you did it, so you about to be on the road. I was like, yeah. And then after that, I was able to go home. I didn't have a car, so that was a whole nother thing. I had to save up for a car, which was cool because it kept making me more hungry to get on the road. I was tired of Ubering everywhere. So that's when I purchased my first car, and with my own money. On Versa, that was my baby. It was a used one. And so, yeah, that was my driver's test experience. It might be all over the place, but my friend passing really shows that I know what I'm doing on these streets, okay? I've been practicing for some years now, and she told me her story, and she had got the cool guy, so I was like, yo, I remember when I got that mean lady. So anyways, that was my driver's test experience. I would say for some quick tips, make sure that you study hard, because once you pass your permit, you're good. And then when you guys go to your residential area, 25 for sure. When you do parallel parking, make sure you look in all three mirrors and put your hand behind their head, because that's what they need you to do. Because if you don't, she will mark you up for that, or whoever you get, honestly. So, and make sure the car that you're driving in works. Like, don't let it be some old car, because if it breaks down, that's an automatic. Those of you who are still like trying to get your license, don't think too much about it, because part of me being so nervous kind of like made me react to her in that way. But if I was just like going in with the mindset like, oh, I got this because I've been driving already. Be confident in the fact that if you've been practicing and you know the road and you know how to drive, then you will pass the test. If you get a mean lady like I did, don't do what I did, but just be real sarcastic, you know? Because that's the best way to get revenge, by being sarcastic, especially to people who got some power over you in a way that they need to give you what you need. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. It was a quick one. I was triggered earlier, so that's why I was like, wait, let me tell them what happened when I took it. So it's going to be something that I remember all the time, because she didn't make it easy for me, but I still passed on my first try. Even though she told me, like, you could have failed. And I was just like, really? Like, bye. I passed on the first try. If you take your driver's test, go with confidence, and you got this. You got this. I believe in you if nobody ain't never tell you. And that's for people that I know that's going to take their test. I hope you guys enjoy the story time. I know it's all over the place. I'm still learning and I'm growing. So please subscribe, like, and comment. Give this video a thumbs up, because I need y'all to help me, you know? Your girl needs support, okay? Thank you. Please keep it real.